So what's up, people? I'm here to talk about some potential free agent wide receiver guys. Mostly these third receiver options, and these are what I think could be hopefully closer to the bargain side, which is kind of what we're looking at because Minnesota don't got all that money. But anyway, moving on. The first one I have is an in-house guy, an Aldrick Robinson. He's gonna be 31 next year. He's mostly a deep threat kind of guy. He was targeted 35 times, caught 17 of those passes for a 48.6 catch percentage, 13.6 yards per reception. He had 231 yards, 5 touchdowns, and yeah, very good touchdown to catch ratio. But he's mostly a deep threat, and he's getting up there in age. He's going to be 31 next year. But he should be on the cheaper side still, and a guy I kind of anticipate to come back regardless, and it's just kind of nice to have his name in there. Um, then the next ones are all out of house guys, and the first one is mainly on here due to intrigue. Does anyone remember Kevin White from way back when, 2015 draft, high pick, top 10 kind of guy? Um, Mostly hurt these days, but has all the talent and he didn't really play much. He only got 92 yards. He got 4 of his 8 passes that were thrown his way. That's an even 50%. And no touchdowns, just the 92 yards, but he had 23 yards per catch. And we kind of already know Kevin White has all the talent you could ever want. It's just, can you stay healthy at all? And just another guy to bring in who's going to be on the cheaper side due to the lack of staying healthy and lack of really anything being put on tape anyway. So I'm pretty sure Kevin White's on the cheaper end, and they kind of look for guys who are coming off of their rookie deals anyway. Kevin White falls right in line. The next one, I have Chris Hogan from New England. He's also going to be 31 next season, and he caught 532 yards last year with 35 receptions with 55 targets, 63.6 catch percentage, caught 3 touchdowns. Not bad, not bad. And we're looking for a number 3 guy just because, there's a lot of nothing after Thielen and Diggs. It's pretty much Rudolph, Cook, and then that's your guys. And there wasn't really a third receiver that you look at like, yeah, that's another guy to be worrying about. There wasn't that guy to take advantage of the fact that Diggs and Thielen get all of the attention, and there isn't that guy. And you're just looking for a solid guy, and I think Hogan could be that guy. And because he's kind of been that guy. So he has enough speed on him to go deep. He's a pretty decent route runner from the intermediate and short areas. He can kind of do. He's a nice, solid, all-around player, but nothing special. And then I have one that I know is unlikely, but I do think a lot of us might like it in a way, and that's bringing back Cordero Patterson. And I know he was, for the most part, he's considered a bust. But I do think they miss him in other ways, not just his receiving. Because receiving, he caught 21 of 28 targets for 247 yards, and he managed 3 touchdowns. But he did have 475 yards from scrimmage, and obviously there's the returning, which has been kind of a struggle since he left. And he kind of gives you another athlete in space. And for how often Dalvin Cook is hurt, having a guy who can be in space is kind of helpful. And I don't think we should slam the door shut right when we hear that name on coming back because of that very reason. I don't ever think he's going to be some great receiver. That's probably never going to happen. But he will always be a great athlete to be out in space. And once again, with Dalvin Cook's injury history so far, might be nice to have another one of those. And the next one, I wrote down thinking it might go under the radar. Then I wrote down numbers, and then I realized not going under the radar probably. but I'm going to go over him still anyway, which is Adam Humphries. He's going to be 26 next season. He caught 76 of 105 targets for 72.4 catching percentage for 816 yards and 5 touchdowns with 10.7 yards per reception. He's very good. I like him. I think he'll actually get a pretty solid payday probably. I didn't realize his numbers were as such, but if people are still sleeping on him and he can be had for cheaper, we should jump right onto this. He's pretty good. He's always kind of been their guy in like third down situations, and you kind of see him over the middle of the field. He's kind of been their slot guy for the most part, and I think he would complement things well. The last one I have down here is Cole Beasley. He's going to be 30. I think I thought Adam Humphries might be closer to Cole Beasley, but younger. Turns out Humphries is a lot better than Beasley, not just in the age category. And Beasley caught 65 of 87 targets for a 10.3 average, 672 yards, 74.7 catching percentage, 3 touchdowns. This is mostly the old veteran guy who's always in the right spot at the right time. He's solid and reliable, but nothing special, kind of similar to Chris Hogan. So I'm kind of okay with either Beasley or Hogan if that ends up going that route. And I think both of those guys will kind of stop the bleeding at that third receiver spot for like a year or two at least before you have to address it with a more long-term option. And I think Humphries, going back to him, if they manage to get him somehow, I think he would be pretty much like one of their ideal number 3 receivers that they could get. I doubt it, but it's a name to be thrown out there. And I would like to know what you guys think down below. If there's a name I didn't mention that you think I should have mentioned, down below. And till next time, I bid you all adieu.